We're now live.
Good evening.
Hi, everyone.
Live.
Alright, you guys. So tonight we wanted to talk to you guys about 3 marketing no-nos. So, starting out and you're trying to get a feel for how you should approach marketing. There are a lot of different strategies out there. You'll definitely see them all, I'm sure, at some point. But to really set yourself apart and to make a lasting impression where people will want to buy from you and stay loyal to you because they know, like, and trust you. There are some things that are always great to do. Um, you're there to help people, make sure people know that you're there to help them. But there's also several things that you shouldn't do. And unfortunately, you do see these things a lot, all over social media. So at least 2 of the things I know. So the first one, don't spam your link. So when you first get into contact with somebody, in your very first meeting with them, you want to introduce yourself. Don't say hi and then send them a link, because they are never going to click it. I mean, you just pretty much wasted your time if that's the approach you're going to use. So, start a conversation with them and find out how you can help them. But don't instantly, and I don't know if you, since when we first started out, I got a lot of friend requests, and they were all from this, I guess they were an ad company.
Yeah, HQ solo ads.
Yeah,
Right.
and I mean, like, in the first, 5 minutes of a conversation, they would send you the link to sign up. I mean, it was ridiculous. And it just, a complete turn off. You're not helping me in any way. I don't,
No, I mean, basically, when you're just throwing out your links, all you're saying to your prospect is, I don't really care who you are, what you have to do with anything in my life, but here, buy this. Are you going to buy something from me? Now, you don't know me. We've never met. We've never interacted or talked. You're not even my friend. You haven't seen any live videos. You haven't watched any of my, you're not on my email list. You don't know what I'm even promoting. But here, go ahead and click here and buy this. You know what I mean? It's amateur at the very least, and or at the very best, it's amateur to just throw out your links like that right away. And for anybody that's an actual potential buyer that might be looking at purchasing something that you have, they're going to know right away, well, this person's not really, you know what I mean? They don't even know what they're doing. Why am I going to buy something from them when they're out here just throwing their links out? And one of my things is, we've been going to the Facebook groups and things and all the different groups, network marketing, internet marketing, affiliate marketing. There's tons of them out there. And, we were told, share your videos and share your stuff in those groups. And I do that, but you don't get any response. And so I go to those groups and then I start looking through the feeds, and nobody's getting a response. None of the posts have any likes. None of the posts have any comments. And it's like everybody's just throwing their info in here, whether it's just a link or a post or a video share or whatever. Everybody's just posting there, but nobody's actually interacting in the Facebook group itself. So I quit doing it. You know what I mean? I mean, it doesn't serve any purpose. And there's
it's
a
not
hand,
the right approach.
right? It's kind of just like throwing out something and hoping that it sticks. And you have to be a little bit more concise and methodical when it comes to your marketing strategies, not just you're going to throw something at the wall and hope that it sticks. You're not going to make money that way. Or if you do, you're not going to get a high quality lead that you want. That's going to convert later on down the road. So
yeah, and unfortunately, with so many people choosing to go about this method, it's what really gives marketing a bad name. People are so afraid of being scammed because they feel like this is what marketers do. They're there to just throw out a link at you, and they're buy from me, buy from me, buy from me. Well, I don't even know what you're selling. I don't know who you are. Like, you see these commercials with people, calling on the phone and being like, you think that they're in an office, they want you to think that they're in an office, all professional and whatnot, and they're really sitting at home and they're scammers. I mean, it gives marketing a bad name. And that's very unfortunate because there's so many great opportunities out there that people could really benefit from, but you can't go about it in that way. It doesn't work.
Just makes it more challenging for the people who are actually serious, and that's fine. Anybody that's really wants to get good at their craft needs to have a challenge. So,
that's true.
Anyways, let's move on to the next one. We won't be here all night.
So step number two, don't do, no, is don't use generic scripts. Going back to those solo ads.
Verbatim.
Yeah. I mean, like literally in one night, I had 5 people start a conversation the exact same way. It was something like, what did they say?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
you know what they are.
I saw we had some mutual friends. That's what it was. I saw we had some mutual friends in common, and I thought I would just say, hey, exact same way. I wanted to bring up an example. I posted one time, I made a post on Tony Robbins' page, and I just watched a webinar where the person has suggested going into these types of, motivational people who had a lot of motivational clout and had a large following and posting something in there and then interacting with those people. Well, I did this, and I literally got back like 3 messages that said the exact same thing. It's just a generic script. And I mean, it was kind of like I was just so turned off by this that I didn't even want to attempt that approach anymore. But not that the approach isn't good. It's just you have to make it your own. Everybody's using generic scripts. You really have to make it your own. Somebody says like, this is a good way to approach it. Okay, that is a good way to approach it, but don't use what they write verbatim. You need to put your own twist on it. And, talk to the person like you would actually talk to them. Don't, oh, hey, I saw that you like Tony Robbins. I like Tony Robbins. This is so cool. Here, buy something from me. Like, I mean, it didn't happen like that. But you know where it was going because it was like the same message 3 times in a row. It was ridiculous. Anyways, the point is, be original. Put your own spin on it. Be yourself. Make it your own. Yeah, talk. People want to have conversations. They'll buy from people who are willing to talk and help them and have a conversation with them. So do that.
Right. Yeah, the generic scripts are annoying. As soon as you get one, you know that it's... I mean, if you've seen 1 or 2 before, and even the first time you've seen it, you can kind of tell that it's not authentic coming from somebody that really wants to talk to you. Now, the strategy of going and making friends on a social media site is the entire purpose of a social media site, essentially, is to make friends with people, to new people that you may not have ever known before. And you're going to find that your friends list is going to start filling up with other network marketers and internet marketers and people that are in the same field as you. And everybody's really selling something, and that's great, that's fine, that's the whole point. But when you approach that person, you got to look at it from a perspective as not that they're not a sale, right? They're just a person that you can network with. Maybe learn something from, or maybe teach something to. It's not somebody that you're just looking to sell something to. Because if you look at it that way, then you're just gonna
They'll pick up on it.
you're gonna approach them in that way, and it's gonna be obvious, and you're probably gonna be using scripts and this, that, and the other. And I'm not sitting here saying that it's easy, because it's not. I mean, sometimes social interactions can be awkward for people, especially when you haven't done it very much before. You're brand new, and you're trying to go and talk to brand new people that you've never met in these groups. You'd think it would be easy because there's such a distance between people when it comes to just texting something on a screen. But really, there's not, because you have to be. And there, well, okay, let's back that up for a second. There is no there. It doesn't really matter when you're just using a script, right? You may not be nervous about just posting a script. It may not create any kind of like anxiety or whatnot, or social whatever. But when you have to come up with your own words, when you try to be yourself and interact with that person on a personal level, even though they could be millions or thousands of miles away, then it becomes a little bit different, right? So that's where you got to understand who you are and just be yourself, like Trisha was saying. That's all there is. Just be yourself. Be who you are and interact with people like you would if you were just going, down the street to get a cup of coffee, and your objective for the day was to engage with 2 or 3 people that you've never met before. I mean, those are tried and true sales and marketing strategies that people use, that have used for centuries, and they work. But you have to be yourself. You can't just walk up to everybody on the street and say the same exact thing over and over and over again. They're going to know that you're full of shit, or that you're scared shitless, and it's okay to be scared shitless, but you still have to be yourself. All right, so moving on, number 3.
All right, and number 3.
I gotta get the charger.
Number 3, it's okay to leverage a business partner's success, but don't make it your own. Don't try to use their successes and not give them credit and act like they're your own successes. Because when people will sign up with you and then they see that you work again, is probably not likely. But not just that approach, it lacks integrity.
Right, it's fake, it's false.
Yeah,
it's plagiarism in a sense. You don't, if you haven't actually earned that $15,000 that the post that you say that you earned, you can't say, if it's not your actual earnings, you can't say that it was your actual earnings. And that's another thing. People post little snapshots of shit all the time, and it's so funny because they're so pixelated, because they've been sold or stolen from other people's pages so many times and re-downloaded that you can just tell that somebody is literally copying and pasting that from somebody else's post and putting it as their own, like they're the big shot, the guy that's making all the money. And that, again, for anybody that knows what the hell they're doing or what they're looking at, that's not going to work. So quit doing.
So, yeah, but it's okay to use that, your business partners.
Leverage other people's
leverage
proof.
Their success to show proof that the product works, that people are having results with it. But,
until you have your own.
Until you get your own.
Then you post your own.
And exactly. But
and say it's yours, because it is.
Right. But when you leverage somebody else's, say, look at my business partner and the successes they're having. Don't say, look at the success I'm having, because it's just dishonest, it lacks integrity, and you're going to lose customers because of it, and it's just not a good way to do business. And that's how people will know you. It'll be hard to come back from something like that.
Still telling people that we're live. And we're about to be done, Facebook. Sorry.
So just quick recap. Don't spam your link. Don't do that. Don't use generic scripts. If you're going to talk to people, talk to them like you would have a conversation with them. Be yourself. And then it's okay to leverage other business partners' success, but don't make it your own.
Give credit where credit's due.
Exactly. So I hope you guys found value in this. If you did, please like, comment, share. Give us your feedback. If you have other no-nos that you've learned along the way, please share. We're here to help and provide value. Experts. And yeah, we're always learning too. So there you go.
All right. We appreciate your time.
Yep. Hope you have a good rest of the evening.
Talk to you later.
Bye. Whoa.